possibly amputation.
Come on! Dude, you should know when to crack jokes and to who. Medicine isn't all about stethoscopes and scans. Sometimes it can all be about just a red nose, smile, and laughter. Hey everybody, Dr. Bob, your ENT surgeon based in India, and today let's react to the legendary Robin Williams, who acted in the movie Patch Adams, who believed healing starts from the heart. And as you know, the movie is such a heart-touching movie where it even questions us doctors that are we actually treating patients or the disease? So let's relive the moments of Robin Williams' magic, the message, and the medicine behind the laughter.
Here we have a juvenile onset diabetic with poor circulation and diabetic neuropathy. As you can see, these are diabetic ulcers with lymphedema and evidence of gangrene.
Boy, she's not really happy with the way the doctors just barged in. Though they're taking rounds, they just walk in without making sure the patient is comfortable with it. Majority of the times I've seen that it is really bad on the doctor's point of view, because you have to give importance to the patient's dignity, right? So without that, you just walk in or suppose you just walk in and just start examining the patient without taking consent or making sure the patient is comfortable for it or not. It is not something right on our part. So we have to make sure that shouldn't happen.
Any osteomyelitis?
None apparent, although not definitive.
Treatment?
To stabilize the blood sugar, consider antibiotics, possibly amputation.
What's her name? I was just wondering the patient's name.
Marjorie.
Hi, Marjorie.
Hi. Yes.
Boy, that is so sweet. It's so sweet to see him asking the name and she replying back. At least she was feeling happy that someone connected through. The first thing you shouldn't do is that you should never disclose such sensitive topics, something that might be a risk for the patient. Suppose a poor prognosis of explaining or some complication explaining of the patient's disease, don't tell it right on their face. It can be so devastating to hear such things. Just like how we saw saying amputation, she started freaking out. So that's not how you do, and you should work on ways of communication. Secondly, it was so beautiful when Robin asked for her name when everybody else is busy thinking about the diagnosis and the conditions. He just asked the name. The main professor didn't even know the name. He had to look up the file. Personally, that's something I love to do when you connect with people with their names, be it nurses, be it interns, junior doctors, anyone. Connecting with their names helps in building the bond and rapport between the two people. That's so much better than calling them by their names or XYZ.
I am cold. Just a minute cold. Is my nose red? Oh, it is.
It's red.
What's that? You don't know?
I don't either.
Let's find out.
Taxi!
It's so beautiful to see that doctors are showing so much of empathy and so loving to their patients. Definitely, it can definitely make the patient feel so much better rather than just walk in, come, give medicines, then tell them, yeah, take it and you'll be all right. Talking about the facts about how laughter can actually help you is that mainly because it helps in reducing the stress hormones, basically the catecholamines, adrenaline, noradrenaline, helps in reducing those hormones. So what laughter does is that it helps in triggering the endorphin, which is the natural painkiller. Then comes the dopamine, which helps in improving the mood, and serotonin, which helps in stabilizing the emotional state. So apart from that, it also helps in improving the overall immunity, the natural immunity within the patient. And also, in every disease that you take, if you're mentally strong to face the disease, more than 50% of the illness is gone. The rest of the medicines will take care. If you're mentally strong, that much is enough. Your mental health, you're mentally strong and you're physically recovering up from the illness. That's enough for you to get through this phase of illness and come better tomorrow. So if you believe that medicine should heal your heart just like your body, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below which among these scenes really touched your heart. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more.
Why don't we want that in a patient-doctor relationship? That's why I've listened to your teachings, and I believe they're wrong. A doctor's mission should be not just to prevent death, but also to improve the quality of life. That's why you treat a disease, you win, you lose. You treat a person, I guarantee you'll win, no matter what the outcome.
True, actually, that is such a powerful line. Well, if you've seen how is MD, he's a great clinician or a diagnostician. But when it comes to patient compassion and patient caring, loving, that aspect he is nil. Because he gets his high from diagnosing the patient, getting the right disease, start the right treatment, and cure the disease. But for him, it's not about what emotionally what patient is going through. It's about patient is come with the disease. I found out. I've done my job, and yeah. So it's really well said in this movie. It brings a lot of doctors out there like an eye-opening to realize, yeah, this is what actually you're supposed to do.
Dr. Phil, I'll be your surgeon. Oh, there you are. Hey, let's get ready to party! Grazie, babe! Grazie!
It's really nice to see doctors who really sing, clap, dance, enjoy with their patients. More or less, majority of pediatricians do that, and I've seen that also. Well, I guess it's even good that you do even with these geriatric patients, old age patients, or even the oncology patients going through palliative treatment. To have doctors who come and make them feel happy about and then treatment and recovery, everything would really make them feel better.
What it is you think you're doing?
Getting a few laughs. In the American Journal of Medicine has found that laughter increases secretion of catecholamines and endorphins, which in turn increases oxygenation of the blood, relaxes the arteries, speeds up the heart, decreases blood pressure, which has a positive effect on all cardiovascular and respiratory ailments, as well as overall increasing the immune system response.
Oh, well, it's not basically increase the stress hormones. It reduces the stress hormones basically with this catecholamines, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and also the cortisol, which is the long-term stress hormones that's there. Yeah, overall what he said is true. It helps in reducing the blood pressure, improving the immunity. Well, it is not a definitive treatment for diseases, the laughter, but it can act as a catalyst and definitely amplify the recovery phase of the patient.
You just follow me in.
Welcome, cold-handed ones. It's an honor to greet/welcome so many who have touched so many women in such a powerful way. Come on in. Watch out. It's a little slippery. And if you think it's hot out there, whoa! Come on, come on, come on!
Get him in my office now.
Dude, you should know when to crack jokes and to who. You're a medical student over there and you're welcoming other professors. Your jokes shouldn't be that much of an offense. Well, I like the idea about how the legs that was kept. It's basically the two legs which he showed as a lithotomy position, which was done where the patient lies down on the back, the hip is flexed, the knee is bent. Well, is that so the easy delivery of the baby. Seeing all those male gynecologists, like so many of them, it's wow. I've heard my aunt, who's a doctor, who has told me that she would actually prefer a male gynecologist than a female. I never asked her why, what is the reason. I think maybe she would have said that because of their senior consultants and they would trust them better with this, and also they are, again, more conveniently available. So any of this could be the reason. I don't know. I've never really asked her. So Robin Williams wasn't just acting Patch Adams. He was really more like he embodied him. And it really shows that doctors are not people with power who controls, but rather connects. It's about the connection that they build with the patients. So So behind every chart there is a heartbeat, and behind every diagnosis there's a story. So if you're a medical student watching this, please don't learn just from the textbooks and the science behind it. Please do learn about the smile you can bring on your patient's face and the art of healing, because the best medicine doesn't always come in the bottle. So that's all for today, my friends. I hope you guys liked today's episode of reacting to all the medical scenes by Robin Williams in the movie Patch Adams. So do let me know in the comment section down below what you guys want me to react to next. And as always, you guys take care, stay safe. This is Dr. Bob